Hello everyone and welcome. My name is Simon and we are the Whales of Wall Street. Today we've got a quick update on BEPRO and Veracity here. So on BEPRO chart, for those that don't watch the last chart update, I did have a while back some purple lines put in here just for some buy-in opportunities on the way down. And we acknowledged that the other day we managed to hit that. It's actually hit a second time as well, in fact maybe even a third time, although I didn't really hit it on that one, but you can kind of get the idea of where we were trying to achieve this. I still have this one in here just in case we do have a continuation of the bear movement, and on that note, we are still in a bearish trend. This MACD is still switched over and very much on that channel, so it's going to take a bit of momentum to push that level and narrow that gap and push back up to the upside. That is also confirmed on the RSI, so we're pretty much slap bang in the middle still, so it could go either way. But as I said, the momentum pretty much from 23rd of August has shifted downwards. So we removed the kind of neutrality and put into a bit of a bear mode at the moment. But that's not to say we can swap that back around. So I think what will happen with this, we'll get that continued resistance here at perhaps 0.011, and we'll start moving up again. I'd be surprised if we get down to here. Obviously it'd be great to be able to buy back in here as we've already got the limit order set, but I don't really want to see that. I want to see BEPRO move forwards, and I'm sure you guys do as well. There's been a great opportunity for profit taking along the way since around the 21st of July. So let's not be greedy here. Let's push this thing onwards and upwards. So the next support line up is still right there, 0.013. Before we can start looking at the next targets again, 0.016. And this yellow line here I put in previously because we've had multiple tests at this area. I do consider that if we break this previous barrier we had quite recently at 0.017, we might find a bit of resistance slightly higher than that. So very much rejected on this one, and that pretty much continued all the way down here. So let's keep an eye on it. We'll do an update on it during the week. Obviously, as usual, anything critical occurring, we will do a video earlier if needed. In terms of performance, you do have -7% on the week, which is understandable from this retraction. But in general, BEPRO is absolutely flying. Year to date, still 2,600 plus year to date. Absolutely brilliant project. For me, it's, of course there's opportunities for trading along the way in this token for this year. This isn't financial advice, of course, just personal strategy and opinion. But for the long run, I'm totally sold on this project. The roadmap for the rest of the year is absolutely phenomenal. Go check out the top 5 reasons why we are bullish on BEPRO, which landed a couple of days ago. I'll put a link at the end of this video. Do not worry. So yeah, pretty much wrapping up BEPRO there. Let us know in the comments below what you think of BEPRO, and are you holding, are you staking? I was quite fortunate enough to get into the KuCoin staking, but I'm not sure if there's any other place you can do the staking for BEPRO. So let me know in the comments below if you have anything around that area. Also, while we're on the subject, please do like the video if you found it informative, subscribe if you're not done so already, and press that notification bell to make sure you get notifications of all the awesome videos your way from us. Next up, guys, is Veracity. Again, one of our favorite bags, favorite projects as well. In terms of the purple lines put in were buy opportunities that I put in before we started seeing the retracement here on the corrections. We managed to hit 2 again. Couldn't believe it. It came back down again in the same areas, and these as well. So yeah, quite interesting. It kind of matches up with our theories around the support lines. I always put my buy orders slightly higher or slightly below, and that's kind of proven here because, as you can see, yes, of course, at some point it would have topped this bit, but it did actually reach the dip of the wicks into these areas. So just something to think about in your own strategies when you're moving forwards, because always think about psychological factors. Traders, day traders, 4-hour traders, etc. will always use probably tools like fib retracement tools. So you just got to kind of get a bit ahead of the game. It's like when years ago when everyone used to buy stuff at Christmas, but now they just buy it in the Amazon Prime days 3 months, and then it just created a catalyst for retail for the next 5-10 years of people actually people's profits went disappearing in business at Christmas time, and it was actually done in like October time. So it's kind of like that approach, like thinking ahead and doing something before some big event. On the RSI, we are pretty much in the middle channel still. Plenty of room on the upside available, but equally on the downside also. I'm just a bit wary here on the narrow element of this MACD. So when I say it could go either way, this is a really important area to be researching around, because this gap is thinning. Now that could mean we might be running out of fuel in the tank for Veracity, not long term, just for the short term, where we might see a bit more of a retracement, a potential test of this support line here again, and potentially, if the Bears do win that race, might touch down here as well. So let's just keep an eye on that. And the reason I put those three in is just from historic data as well, because I don't think we tested these areas particularly massively in quantity ways in the past on this particular crypto asset. So it's just something to consider. Again, not financial advice, it's just personal opinion and personal strategy. Something that Steve and I share as well. So let's keep an eye on this. It's similar to BEPRO. We'll check up on this in a few days' time. We've had a good momentum today. Let's see if we close above this support line at 0.32. If we can do that, absolutely brilliant. Get another day up on that upside, because that would be the third day, I believe, in a row, and we could potentially start moving up even further. Let's have a look at those next areas. So the next level, 0.039, may as well call that 4 cents, to be honest. It's not far off, but we rejected that 4 cents, and that's what I mean, guys. If you take a look at these two, particularly this red wick here, 0.039, this is exactly what I was just talking about. The traders and everything are almost like doing things just before, and the mechanism of this kind of area between sort of just using this as an example, 0.39 all the way, let's say, back down to 0.37. Within this area, you're going to see a lot of volatility. If you were to look at like a 4-hourly or hourly chart, you would see that bouncing up and down. And that's kind of the reflection of, okay, they haven't put orders in at 4 cents, they put it just before, and then it's a fighting war to see where we'd see the end. So it's really interesting. If I find this like, it's quite a bit of a hobby for me. Like obviously, I'm quite new to the game compared to many others out there, of course. But for me, it's a hobby in the sense that I just find everything quite interesting, and from the psychological aspect as well, it's really interesting. So other positive news about Veracity at the moment. So weekly up still, monthly 3 months, 6 month, year. I mean, look at that year to date, guys, like 7,500%. Could you imagine if you invested a year ago and someone said to you, oh yeah, you could make 7,000 growth on your investment? Well, it's right there, guys. Like it's not all about buying things in cheap tokens like penny tokens and things like this. It's about what is Veracity and what is BEPRO, and thinking about the long-term gain as well as short-term. If you haven't seen my Veracity video, I will stick that at the end of this one as well, because they're both extremely good projects for long-term. But as I said with BEPRO, plenty of opportunity if you are in the trading game, or fancy doing trading with this particular crypto asset. The world is your oyster with these two, because I do think there's phenomenal growth available in these still. And I think in the next video we might do a bit more of a realistic price prediction for you guys as well on both of these crypto assets. BEPRO is just waiting a bit longer just to get some confirmation of this area, because we want to have some realistic targets for you guys, not just throw out some random numbers like everyone else and hope for the best. So that is it, guys. I think pretty much kind of wraps everything up from my side, but do let us know in the comments below, as I mentioned already, if you are invested in either of these tokens. I'm very much interested to hear your thoughts and opinions, and also if you're staking. I'm still not putting my tokens over to Veracity yet. I might build up a few more before I transfer across, because Qcoin take I think 2,000 odd, and then you need a minimum of 10, which I've already got, to be fair. But I just think like the amount of time it will take to accumulate back to cover the 2,000. But yeah, it's just things to think about. But yeah, let us know in the comments below if you are invested. Other than that, guys, we will wrap it up there. Thanks for watching, and we will see you in the next one. Thank you. Bye-bye.